Hey there, friends. Welcome back. I feel like we haven't talked for a while, so let's get caught up. I am over in the big garden today. I have a lot of work to do, but I thought I would do a quick little update because I have not shown you a lot that has been going on over here. There's good things and there's bad things, so let's dig into it. Weed control is an obvious issue. On this lower half of the garden, you can see between the rows we've got down some manure that Kane picked up, and that has been working quite well. Weed control is something that will always be on my goal list for the following year. You know, I do use a pre-emergent between my rows, and this year with the temperature fluctuations, I think I just missed the ideal time to catch those weed seeds with the pre-emergent before they germinated. If you've been with me for any length of time, you know that I deal with a lot of deer pressure over here in this garden, and this year is absolutely no different. I've got some different measures in place, and each one works for a little bit of time, and then they kind of move in. They get wise and they just move in. So I believe that I have probably lost and replanted 100 tomato plants over here, and most of my peppers, but not all my peppers. My bells are fine, so I guess they like it a little spicy. I don't know. The good news is, even though these plants have been under attack, you can see that has just been chomped right off. They are continuing to flower and set fruit. This is my end row. This is on the outside of the garden. This right here is potatoes space, and then tomatoes on both sides of this cattle panel. So you can see here like chomp, chomp, chomp. I started out with an idea and an organization of everything that is in these rows, but at this point I have no idea. We'll see. It's going to be a surprise for us all. Let's look at something else that's doing good, and that is potatoes. All right, now these are red potatoes. I've got pretty much all the way down. I've been able to keep the weed pressure down in these guys, and I'm hopeful that they are gonna give us a good yield. I have a lot of potatoes planted over here this year, and I'm hoping for a good yield. I'm over here today obviously because I have a lot of work to do. This field needs a lot of attention, but also my garden at home is pretty much full. My garden at home has turned into sunflowers with a side of vegetables. So I have plantings that need to get in the ground. That means I gotta figure out what kind of space I have over here so I know how long I can keep seeding. Honestly, I did all my flowers at home, my sunflowers at home, because I was a little afraid to put them over here because of the deer pressure, and I just felt like I cannot risk losing entire plantings of flowers. So if my home garden is a sunflower garden, this garden is a dahlia garden. I successfully planted all of my dahlias over here in the field, and honestly they're looking really, really good. Now obviously I need to give these guys some attention with weeding and everything, but I basically have dahlias and potatoes as far as the eye can see. Let's see. I have a lot of mystery dahlias that I need to still identify from last year. Let's see if I know what this one is. She's a mystery, but hey, we're getting some buds. We're getting closer. So I know it's been a little bit of time since I have shown anything in this garden. And that's not to say that I haven't been spending time over here. I've actually done quite a bit of work over here. Just gets a little hectic at this point to juggle both spaces. It's been a very busy summer and kind of a strange growing season. I feel like the plants have really just started to come into their own, and I was able to stock the stand with some fresh produce for the first time this season. I dug my first potatoes the other day, and I have zucchini coming in at home, so we're just starting to get some momentum here. Another reason I haven't really showed too much in this area is because it's been pretty hard to work this field without my pap this season, and you know, some days I just can't stand to do it. So I've just been taking advantage of little chunks of time where I feel like, okay, I can do this, and I just gotta get through it. So far today, I think today's gonna be a good day, but you never know. Grief is funny like that. You're fine 1 minute, and then, you know, you see one thing and you're watering your tomato plants with your eyeballs. I don't know. But, you know. Hi, Grace.
Hello.
Wow. Oh my goodness. Wow. And then you have things like that where you just kind of snap out of it and you carry on. Yeah, it's just been very difficult. And, you know, days like today, we would pretty much be together all day. And I'm just still learning how to deal with that hole in my life. But we're going to be okay. Let's talk about some other things that today I have discovered are not doing so well, and I'm not excited about. Given the fact that I love to grow squash and pumpkins, that means that I deal with a very robust population of squash bugs, cucumber beetles, vine borers, all the bad guys that you don't want in your pumpkin patch. So this year I did something different. I sprayed some beneficial nematodes that should be predators to cucumber beetles and borers in their larval stages. I was hopeful, and it's one of those things, it probably is making a difference, honestly. It's not something you can see, so you never know. But come over today, a lot of these plants are looking really, really sad and like they are under attack. Obviously, different varieties are favorites compared to others, but like this row, those plants should be vining and starting to grow out. And they're not really doing that because they're under attack and they are stressed. So I don't know. Let's take a look and I'll show you what I'm talking about. This is what you don't want to see, and I'm going to show you why. Show you why it looks like that. This was, oh, there's a little bugger. Bye. So, you can see that a hole has been made in that vine, which cuts off the nutrition to the rest of the plant. So you will have plants that look just fine. Oh boy, there's a bunch of ants in there. Ay, caramba. So with that issue, you will have plants that look great, and then the next day they look really, really sad. I'm also seeing some squash bug eggs, which I will go through tonight and pick off and probably spray something, because this is one of the things that just grinds my gears. But one day I'll get it under control, I hope. All right, I gotta stop looking at this. I think I'm gonna start getting to work on some weed control because this is just irritating me now. The good news is while I have a robust population of squash bugs, I also have about, I'm just watching here, I have about 20 dragonflies that are buzzing around. So that makes me feel good that at least I'm also making a habitat for some good guys. Yes. Oh, hey, the marigolds look nice, so that's good. I am going to get to work here, and I will see you next time. I'm hopefully going to have more good news to report from both sites, here and at home. Just got to keep moving, control what we can, and leave the rest up to Mother Nature. I will see you next time right here on Hawn Acre.